The last couple of sessions we've been working with these two functions, x plus 2 squared equals 5 and x squared plus 4x minus 1. We've determined that they are both the same function, and we've already found the vertex x and y intercepts for this function. So let's just write down our information. The vertex that we found was at -2, -5. The y-intercept was at 0, -1, and the x-intercepts were at -2 plus the square root of 5, 0, and -2 minus the square root of 5, 0. And we had decimal approximations for these, so approximately -2 plus the square root of 5 was 0.240, and the approximation for the other one, when we did that in our calculator before, this big blob was covering up a value. So when we try that again, we see that it's actually at -4.24. So -4.240. So I apologize for that error in the other video. Let's go ahead and talk about what we know from vertex form. Once we know where the vertex is at, -2, -5, we can also determine which direction this parabola opens. Since the coefficient out in front for both functions is positive, the a value, since a is equal to 1, we know that it's positive, which means it opens up. And we know that since it's equal to 1, there is no stretch or compression. So the pattern of growing this parabola is just the standard over 1, up 1, over 2, up 4, over 3, up 9. So when we graph our parabola, both of our parabolas, since it's the same one, we will put our ordered pairs for our vertex, -2, -5, and the y-intercept at 0, -1, and the x-intercepts at 0.2 and at -0.42. Right about there. We can use the pattern for growing to get some more ordered pairs, because this really isn't enough for us to get a very accurate picture. So we'll go back to our vertex and we'll go over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1, over 2, up 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look, that lands right on our y-intercept. That's kind of cool. Over 2, up 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we could go over 3, up 9. And then over 3, up 9 on the other side. Here is a picture of that parabola. Remember, we want to draw a nice smooth curve, nothing pointy, no straight sections, the best that we can, all the way to the edge of our graphs with arrows at the end. Now we're going to come back to this graph and fill out some other information. Let me just write down the categories so that you can be ready when we come back to the graph. We're going to have another session where we give the information and then we'll come back to this graph. We're going to talk about where the graph is increasing, where the graph is decreasing, where it is positive, where it is negative. We are going to look at the domain and range of our graph. And we are going to decide if it has a maximum or minimum value. And then we're going to figure out what the value of the max or min is.